I have a way of linking into a person with the ability to see a lot more than perhaps they can. So I like to work with the mind-body principle, because quite often people come here with an illness, a physical illness, and quite often it's connected to an emotional thing. Primarily hypnotherapy and counselling, which go together really well, massage and PT, personal training. I got inspired to do this later on in my life when I had started doing PT, and then after that I had realised that there was more to people. People needed more than just muscle training and nutrition, and quite often realising that a lot of what I saw in them was evident in me when I was very young. I've combated a lot of my issues by, I think, going through these problems enables me to help others. But I didn't really know I wanted to do this till pretty much maybe a decade ago, when I realised that there's a service out there and it's very, very much needed. Especially for people who suffer with anxiety and things that I had suffered my whole life. I suffered with postnatal depression, and as a young child, teenager, I had a lot of issues with anxiety and depression and not fitting in, and issues of bullying and things like that. So later on, after doing nutrition and PT, I realised there was a need, and then I had a major breakdown in my early 30s where it completely scared the crap out of me. It really did. I wanted to commit suicide, so I got quite ill for about 3 months. I had agoraphobia and all sorts of phobias, and then things started unfolding. I went to the library and a book landed on my foot, and it was all about how you can convince yourself and change your mindsets. And then I decided that I was going to educate myself and become a hypnotherapist, to self-hypnotise to feel better, because I found that a lot of modalities just weren't helping me. Kept going and going and going. I just kept getting more and more studies under my belt. But I realised later that I had a gift for young people too, especially. Not only people who suffer with anxiety, but people who have low confidence, because it's much easier to relate to people who are ill or going through something, not so much ill, because I don't believe that the diagnosis is something that you keep, but that we don't have the tools to be able to foresee or, I guess, self-heal. So I'm good at being able to show you how you can self-heal. And some of the key things that I see that they don't see, after describing to them what it is and giving them another version of their own reality, which they never saw before, it's completely awesome.